Is it true Acholi used to have something they worship as their god? So we have the one penny in Acholi. He is there in Acholi land.
One thing owns everything. And if you as well belongs to him, he knows you and who you are.
Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back again to my channel. This is Dr. Freddie as always, and yeah, today I decided to go and meet one of the clan elder in Acholi. Acholi is one of the Luo tribe dominating northern part of the country, and I think they have a lot of things that needs to be shared to the world. And of course, as you can see, leaving the city right now, yeah, so I want to go deep and find out from the elder, yeah, from the elders, is it true Acholi used to have something they worship as their god or not? If it is true, then we're gonna dive and go deeper to check what exactly Acholi used to worship as their god. Stay right there. This is Dr. Freddie. Thank you so much for welcoming me.
I'm Kolo Jarla Chambel of the clan of Korpagaya. I'm the grandson of Ngom Nyaho,
Okay.
who had been begotten by Yaur Chich of Korpagaya. I'm beholden to the clan of Koro, and when you know Koro, you people call it clanship. These are gifts from God. We call them, you call them chiefdoms, but we call them K. Those are gifts of God for administration, for spiritual protection and spiritual guidance, and all these other things. So I will talk more about it later on.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm glad that you're still here and watching us. My name is Dr. Freddie, as I told you earlier on. And thank you really so much for being here. Thank you so much for always coming through, watching our content, supporting us in any way. We are really so glad and happy. I told you earlier on that I have a journey I'm embarking on to one of the clan leader, and I'm so glad that he gave me a very warm welcome. Already eaten some food, and I took some cold water, and yeah, that's how welcoming actually people are anyway. But right now we are going deep into what actually brought us here. We wanted to find out and know, because there's been things going around here, there, that the Acholi people, they have their own god they do worship. I have no clue about it, but today we are going to find out why, because we have a person who have a deeper experience of what we are talking about. So he's going to tell us more about this, and without wasting time, let me take you back to him.
What we go to do is to communicate. Either we talk to them, we express our wishes, we implore them to give us the blessings and all these other things. We request them for what we can't do on our own. Or we go and ask them to stand on our behalf, to do for us what we can't do by our own selves. We go to them. And how do we go? By making yourself in several ways. There are several ways. So that you tune yourself, you make yourself ready in the communication. With us it is a communication. Because our belief system is that
there is something there. You don't talk alone. Get this one in a very clear Chuli language. When you talk alone, you are made person. So you are talking with somebody. You are talking with something. That is it. So that is what the aspect of communication are meaning. We are communicating with those people, those things. And generally we call them ping.
Ping.
Everything, P-I-N-Y.
P-I-N-Y.
That is it. That is everything. And then we have one ping, the honor of everything is there. There is an ownership. Ownership only comes through someone who is being owned, but is not claimed by someone who has given. This is actually, So, among the actually, we don't understand all these things. In fact, I don't want to intrude into other things. Because when I talk about one thing, is the honor of everything. He gives, he takes away. That is all among the actually. One thing, Lara. The honor of everything. Come and help me. When we say help, I don't mean save. Saving is as well an aspect of helping. Get me right? So, one thing owns everything. Rain, cross, clouds, sky, everything belongs to everything. That is one thing.
So we have the one ping in Acholi.
Is there.
In Acholi land.
That is it. That is it. That is it. Okay. So from the one thing is there. Nobody knows, but he owns everything. You should not be aberrated to think either he's seated or standing or running away or doing other things or minding other things. It's just he owns everything. Hmm?
Okay.
Under him, there is an hierarchy of communication, which is not even and cannot be obstructed the way these days you carry your files from the court clerk to the magistrate, then to the chief magistrate, then to the judge. No. With the one thing, there is an hierarchy. That one is there. There are deities. Those deities are just powerful forces that have come into being to make a particular clan in Acholi to be the one of its own, peculiar to and of one another. So you find the Koch people, you find the Koro people, you find the Pora people, the Padibe people, the Alero people, and then the Patong people, and then all these ones. Those are the ones that communicate directly to one thing, and they bring the wishes of one thing to us, the people who are here. Those are the deities, we call them Jugi.
Jogi.
And all those ones, they belong, and not only necessarily that they belong, to a particular clan. Those are division. I will talk about them later on the way we are being divided. But then those deities, you find the God is there. You find the people of Korab, you find Porang up those other things. Yes. But they intercommunicate because their language is the same language the way we speak as the Luo or the Acholi people. And their modus operandi is the same. So when you hear Alero, they talk of the Bedouin. Patiko, they talk of Baka. You come to Koro, you get Kilega. Yes, these ones are there. Those are our guardians here on earth. They have ever guided our ancestors up till to us now. When war is imminent, they would inform. When famine is imminent, they would. Those were our disaster management system, early warning system. Yes.
They'll communicate.
They will come and then communicate to the people that you move from here, go to other place because you are soon going to be attacked and defeated. Move. Yes. These are what the Jugis were doing.
Is it still happening up to now?
Who told you it is not happening?
I'm asking.
Unless you had sat your ears to listen. Because these are facts, I'm telling you. So they would be the one to warn people and do all these things. Epidemics, wars, all these natural calamities. In fact, I think you are doubtful on what I'm telling you. For your information, with us, when we mention the word Gemu actually means an aberrant spirit that has gone astray and has come to molest the living. So, who gives warning and who takes away Gemu from molesting the people who are here? It is them. Because it means those spirits has come without their notice and has come to do things against their will. And that is why to us the Lagoro, the Kalawinya, the Kelegabe, the Loka, and those ones, they work and they still work and they are working.
Watching us. We are diving deep into something I don't know if I could say actually spiritually, naturally, but we are diving into something called one pain, which is I can say one pain in general. So earlier on I asked a question, posted a question that is there has religion affected tradition in any way? If so, how has it affected? Why? Because we have other religions that preach against traditions all over the world. They're there. We all know. I don't need to tell you this.
That is war.
I don't need to tell you.
That is war.
It is war.
That is war.
So, has it affected tradition? If it has affected tradition, how has it affected?
Look here. It's very simple. What is religion? The real religion is you must get what you cannot do it by yourself. In fact, the law of religion has a law, like nature. Religion is natural. Religion is not man-made. Mark my words, they are very clear always. Something which is man-made is not long-lasting. Something which is natural, it stays there. That is why you see this tree here gives us shade. Tell me that a tree will never give shade. Then you would be the greatest liar and you would need how many boxes of snowy to wash.
That's another war.
So, when we talk about religion, we have our religion. Our religion is at war with the man-made religion. When I say man-made religion, it's the religion that has been brought to us, the so-called man-made things. And they are not religion to us. Those are things of man. And do you know what they do to us? They try to indoctrinate, to make us do things the way they want it to be done according to their own wishes. That is all. That is enough. Okay? But ours, our ancestors, wanting and all those other things, which have withstood all those things and they continue to withstand all these other factors. They are there. They are unchangeable. They cannot be transmuted, change otherwise. They will ever remain like that and they are glorious. They are withstanding as well as understanding and understanding for all of us. Let me tell you one thing about the Choli people. The spirit of Lagoro protects a Uganda as well as a Munyore or a Musoga or a Dinka or a Congo or otherwise. They protect people.
They protect everyone, not only Acholi.
That is it. But it depends where you are and whatever you do for it. Those are not conditions, but they are things that has to be done so that we communicate together. If you break the communication, even now close my mouth and I say I don't want to talk to you. Are we going to talk? No.
No, of course not.
So those are the things. Very simple. That is African. That is Acholi. And that is it. It is deplorable that for so long we have closed not only the gate, but we are even blocking the pathways of communication. We are blocking the pathways of communication.
Do one thing.
Everything. And that's what gives us the helplessness, the hopelessness, and the dire situation that we now have. I'm not trying to make a comparative study, but I'm being analytical in that based on facts that had ever been there. Things work. Things work. Things work. And they work in consonance with one another. Once something has been decided here, especially among us as human beings, not only human beings, but comes specifically for us Africans. What is good for any African is good for the other, irrespective of geographical terrain. You may say you are in the forest, you may say you are in the desert or in the mountain or all these other things, or in the ocean, so long as the land is there. That is why, not that I like geography, but it helps to define all such things. It gives us an insight of how that unity, unification of bringing back one thing who has made Africa to look like that, to be like that. that thing.
Now it takes me to one question. Those days, Africans, Acholis, and everyone, we used to act with one thing. How can we bring back that companionship so that the hopelessness and all those things you mentioned?
It begins with you.
How?
Nobody else. It begins with you. Where does it begin? It begins where you are. Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
It begins, where does it begin? It begins where you are.
And how can I begin it?
Don't go for how can you.
Mm.
How can it be started?
How can it be
You
started?
have started it. People have to know that there is a difference. There is an illusion which people are living in a dream world. We are living like we are dreaming that tomorrow something is going to happen, yet we have not done anything. This is so important. And what should you do? The smallest you are going to do is the inspiration of the ancestors, is the inspiration of the deities who are there. One thing people have to know, what Lachambeli is talking about now is about abandonment. We have abandoned all those things. But with them, they know tomorrow our users are going to come around. And their users are coming around through you, who is watching this, who is listening to this. You only have to go. Knowledge will never die. In the beginning, I told you something, that we don't have any written record. But our records are there, and they will never, 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 never disappear. Our records are greater than the Sphinx or the pyramids. Our records are longer than the Great Walls of China.
Okay, tell us briefly, what do you understand by the word Abila in Acholi? Is it associated to one thing?
Yes. That is the question that had been lingering in my mind. I thought you could have given me time to answer it before. I begin from you, who you are. You have a soul in you. That is why when something happens, you find that some part of you is missing. With us, actually, we say, Kumupo. You feel something has run away from you, and that is what we call your soul. So every human person among us, actually, has a soul. That soul keeps you. It goes before you. It even keeps you from behind, left and right. It is ever with you. That is your soul. You are born with it. It keeps staying with you. But soul always leaves a person at the time of death. That is it. That is us actually. We say, down take it, and that soul can as well be captured away from you. Your soul can be captured. And we call it Kemahotibu Pangedi. And you see that person just like a moving day. Yes. They say Tibu Kumepere. You see that person just someone is just cannot even holding the hand like this. So that is what we know them, they are like that. So among their soul, person has a soul. At death, the soul departs. The body remains. And it is committed to good motherhood. We don't throw away dead body, and we give due respect for any dead body. Because we know the soul is there watching. The soul remains a soul, watching that due diligence is done to the body. There are very many stories of what souls have done. And the due diligence are the rituals that are performed on a dead body up to the burial and finishing the funeral aspects of everything. You know everything that has to be done. We don't need all these sort of irons, buttons, all those other things, red clothes and all these other things. And the way a dead body has to be laid into the grave, and the way the grave has to be done, and where the tomb has to be made, all these sort of things. Those are very well known. See? Those are very, very, very well known things among the actually. Because the soul is still watching. After your death, your soul becomes a spirit. After becoming a spirit, it keeps lingering about until all such things are finished to satisfaction. Finishing it to satisfaction, it becomes a good spirit. These ones depend heavy on the age. For a child, it is a short-lived ritual for those number of days. For an elderly person, it can take years. Up to the last ritual, which is called Kwanyugao, or Werutibu among the Paluo, or Torobia among other clans. That is the last. Then the spirit goes among the spirits of the ancestors that has made the clan and you who you are. They will now turn from their graves upside down, and then they begin to laugh, crushing their stomach and giving you blessings. But if the things are not done, they become spirits that are hanging around, envious, jealous, malicious, and atrocious. They would like bloodletting every time, everywhere. They would be just dangerous spirits that they show themselves because there had been an omission. Things had not been done the way they had to be done. They will begin to show it by any sort of accidents, whether lightning, snake bites, trees knocking down people, all those such accidents, they come from them, and we call them Chen.
As a result of those spirits.
They are the ones. They are the ones. I think I'm very
So when
clear.
the burial is not performed with the due respect which is needed,
they become Chen.
they become Chen,
Yes. Those are the dangerous spirits.
attacking people on the
Where
way.
no, not on the way. They attack you. They attack you. You are not the one who did it, because among the actually we say, it does not have relationship with you now. Chen. Yes. It does not go to anybody. Yes. It is you who have neglected it. And that is why we also have a saying that my smell can as well bury me. What does it mean? Even if I have not been buried, my smell can bring someone to come and bury me. And among the actually, what does that mean? You get a dead body, it is the rainy season like this, you get you just grab some piece of grass and you put it honorably. You say, okay, I don't know what I've killed you, I'm only a passerby. I wish you to rest in peace. Let me continue with my journey. Remain the way you are.
When you get the dead body,
If you don't do it, it will go with you. It will go with you.
it follow you.
Yes. If it is, you can't get grass or any leaf to place there, you get some soil, you pour it. It means you have buried that person. And the spirit will leave you. So spirits are there, they follow you. Those are the spirits. The bad spirit remains like churn. The good spirits now goes with the ancestors and they become what you now call them ancestral spirits. They stay in the villa to protect and declare. But in between, there are mediums that now communicate with the spirit world and us human beings. And those mediums are called jock. And this jock comes through people who are possessed by smaller spirits below the rank of the deities. They possess human persons so that those human persons can make them to communicate to us human beings. They are called jock. And they are the ones that possesses what we call a jwaga. So a jwaga is the one that has a subordinate power or force from the other deities, Jugi Madon, in order to help us directly for foreseeing, aberrating, healing, and all these other things. Those other things comes to the Jwaga, who is a medium. A Jwaga is something that cannot be apprenticed among their children. This is, people should get it very clear. You cannot go to an Ajwaga Eselatongyat, the one who goes and collect the herbs, or the one who sings the loudest, or the one who beats the drum, and then you become a Ajwaga. No. It is the spirit, that spirit from the main deity that possesses the Ajwaga, and it has chosen the Ajwaga to be the one to do those things. So those things are spiritual. But then there are other people who work. Ajwaga is not a priest. Ajwaga is only a medium. Ajwaga does not supervise. If the spirit is not there, Ajwaga is an ordinary person like La Chambel. Yeah? You get me?
Without the spirit, it's an ordinary human being.
Yes, it's just like that. Yeah? So that is what, when I say he is a medium, that is it. So the same thing, even these big deities, they also use mediums. There are people, like with Kilagaba, where I belong, it was a buru, Dorotha, but now she's dead. We are waiting. It is going to fall on another person. So that person,
the medium,
yes, it will be there. So those are the way the things are among the Choli. And by it, I mean to say that why should an Acholi go to Ajwaga? There is a good book written by J.P. Uchiri, but I have not understood it well. J.P. Uchiri talk about Ajwaga Menojiri, but I saw a lot of exaggeration and dishonor upon our culture and tradition in that writing. because it does not depict, but it only discredit our culture, practices, and all these other things. Because there is really a help for a Ajwaka. We cannot. No. It cannot. And in order to discredit, I remember when I was in school, people were playing drama, and then you find people saying Ajwaka is asking for a green-haired god. So this superfluity, I just look at them that this is what is killing the right thing. This is what is blinding us. They are tying something onto your eyes so that you don't see the right thing. But there are real meanings into those things I'm talking about, because there are other things that will not be seen by the naked eyes. You can even go to the microscope, the first invention. Even if you have made very many innovations, you will not see them. But there are ways of seeing them, either through intestinal diagnostics or seeing them through the eye of the mediums. No, that's a simple thing.
Beyond human vision.
Yes. So these are things which are, yes, they are, can be interesting. But we need them, because we can't stay just like this. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So you as well need to predict. Prediction is not disallowed. It's allowed. And the prediction should be the right thing. So as an Acholi, you should not predict for the worst of the other. You should predict for the better of all of you. That is Acholi principle. And that is the Luo principle. Anything that goes for you only is not acceptable. It should be for us. So it takes me, as I'm going to summarize, that I'm very happy with your coming. The thing is, I'm very happy of what you are doing.
Thank you.
Because those three things I mentioned in the beginning, one, administration that they have done to make you do it the way I want it. The British did us bad. Even if we are thanking them, they did us bad. They really did us bad. Because we should do everything according to them, and it goes to them. That was so wrong. It should be corrected, and it can only be corrected through what you are doing. Getting information, getting knowledge and everything. And the knowledge should be refined knowledge. I don't want this thing of peer review so that someone goes and says, you should give the thing, I want it to be like this. No! Because I'm saying this thing, when we begin to glorify saints, why did the other person kill the saint? That is burying history. That is burying history, and the Chambel will never stop. You are killed. We have a saying, a dog has to be beaten because of its shit. The walk is going to chatting when you. So now we begin to glorify the other one because the other ones are singing. No, don't you know the spirit of even the man who killed the Gildo Irwa and this other man is crying? You people, we have to be serious. We have to be serious. Not that I'm a spiritualist, but I'm very serious. I know the spirit. Everybody has his spirit, and every spirit understands. Spirits are spirits. With us who are remaining on earth, we should respect them. So glorifying one and then leaving the other, I don't know what actually people are thinking and what they are doing about it. No, Jambel will never accept that one. We must know a witch fought and fought gallantly. He died. We must understand all those things. And all this knowledge are among us. We have to get all those things. That is why I like all such instances where we revisit and try to relive in order to get a fast track for the way forward. Thank you.
Oh, that was amazing. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I hope you learned a lot about Acholi culture and tradition. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall be always bringing such information so that you get first-hand information from an experienced elder. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you really so very much. And if you are new here, I must say that consider subscribing. There are a lot of information we shall be putting where? Uploading in our channel. Not only here, we are here to uplift Africa in general and promote African culture, creativity, and tradition. My name is Dr. Freddie. As always, I'll remain your boy. Thank you.